everyone, it's your girl Sierra. So if you guys are new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. You can do that by hitting the button. No shit. We are almost at 200 subscribers, so make it happen. And if you guys haven't seen my last video, I did a chit chat get ready with me and I used lots of new makeup. I will make sure to link it down below that way you guys can see that. And if you would so kindly please share this video, I'd very much appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and get started with what this video is today. So I am showing you guys how I do my brows. Now I've done a how I fill in my brows video a couple of months back, which I will link below. If you guys want a more updated one, I can do that as well because what I use is different from what I used then. I'm going to say right away, I don't know if I'm yellow, but I will be working up close, so it should, oh there we go, yeah, see? It just depends on what I'm doing, so hopefully we're okay. Okay, so I have gotten quite a few compliments on my brows. I like my brows for the most part. They are pretty thick, and I think they've got a pretty good shape to them. This one I find is a little bit more straight, like rectangled, and this one tends to be a lot more rounded, and this one's my favorite brow. I love how it's like nice and thick but rounded. This one, I don't know, I feel like it's like check mark, like, you know? So I've got 5 things here. Normally I would also keep a pair of scissors on hand, but I left my scissors at my best friend's house, so I don't have them today. First thing you'll probably want to keep around, depending on whether you are doing these yourself. I always do my brows myself just because I think it's so much easier and I can trust myself a little bit more. Even if I'm not a professional, I'll know my boundaries on like going and getting them done. That is like putting your life in somebody else's hands. Plus, it's money that you don't need to spend if you're going to do it yourself. So, tweezers. Get a good pair of tweezers. These ones are okay. I probably should get a new pair. But for the most part, they do the part. These ones are the Revlon Expert tweezers. I definitely recommend you get tweezers with a little bit more of a sharper, precise point. It's definitely going to help you guys out, which is why I also have one of these. These ones, if you do not have tweezers, definitely get either of them because they're both kind of like the same thing. I would say though that the difference is that this one is more like a cleanup while this one gets you more precision because you can really get in there. It is a little bit scary to get a razor this close to your brows. I'm not sure if it necessarily has a name, but it has a small blade, as you guys can see, right on the tip of this beauty tool, and it's perfect for getting in here and really sculpting out those brows. I definitely recommend either one, tweezers or this little eyebrow shaver thing. I'm also going to be using a comb. You could use a spoolie, whatever you decide to use to brush your hairs. Last thing you're going to want is this. So this looks like it's similar to a pair of scissors, which in a way it is. So one side is like your normal scissors. This side has a comb on it, which can be difficult to use at times because I find that laying the comb flat on my brows, I have no problem with trimming those hairs. But doing on this side, the other side of the scissors will not, that's going to lay flat, and I can't get the same cut. Which is why I would normally use a pair of scissors. That way I can use a comb and some scissors on this side and then use this on my right side. Last thing you're going to want is just something to, you know, help you line things up. I don't normally use this too much. What I like to do first is I like to just look at the shape of my brows. Definitely do not overpluck those brows. I've got a friend, she overplucks, she shaves, her brows are not good. You can definitely tell if somebody's overplucking or shaving them too often. You can tell. You really can. And that area becomes really dry and discolored. So go with the shape of your brows. If you are wanting to grow that hair, don't pluck them too often, or just keep the shape. Just pluck around the shape that you're trying to grow them into. Your natural brows is your brow shape, basically. So just let your hair grow that way. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we would pluck the brows. Since I have this tool here, I do not need to. I'm actually going to go in and clean up all of this area. I'm going to clean up this entire area around my brows. Using this, what I like to do is I like to just kind of take these brows with my finger, push them up a little bit, and really hold down that area, and then go in with this cut that one a little bit, the arch. I started a little bit more over here than I normally do, but that's fine. But now I'm going to take these right here and just clean up right in this area. So I already cleaned up everything and plucked it all. Now comes the trimming. So I think that this might be one thing that people with bushy eyebrows or just thick brows don't do, or that this is why this comes in handy. So basically what you do, or how I basically do it, is if you brush your hairs up, you can see how some of these hairs kind of come over that shape, and that is because they are longer hairs. What I like to do is I like to even it out. I'm taking this and I'm going to just grab my forehead, kind of pull this up, and then what's going to happen is I'm just going to trim it. Just trim. Like if you were giving your hair a trim, just the ends. Maybe after like this second or third trim, brush them through and see, because you can cut them too short. Okay, so this is what my brows are looking like right now. Hopefully this will work out for you. Make sure to let me know. It shouldn't be too bad, honestly. It's not as hard as people make it out to be. That is it for today's video. I hope it was helpful to you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Love you guys.